first thing item real quick, but Brian, if you want to get rolling.
Okay, great. All right, welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting for December 2nd. The first item on the agenda is a continuation for 151 Maple Street for a special permit. When I went to the link, there wasn't any, you couldn't open anything. So Jim, or maybe Amy, can you give us just the latest update in the letter seeking a withdrawal?
Right, so that's all that link was the request to withdraw without prejudice. There wasn't any progress being made, and they requested to withdraw without prejudice. The board just needs to vote to accept that withdrawal.
So then they're still free to apply again, obviously, if they withdraw. Okay.
Yeah.
Now is that?
Yep, go ahead.
I guess it's outside of really tonight, but do you anticipate that they probably will just reapply probably like in a couple months or something like that?
You know, we didn't get an indication one way or the other. It just looked like it was kind of a stalled project. So, I mean, they could reapply, but for anyone who's interested in that project, they would get re-notified if they're butters, and the whole process would start over. So it would be put in the paper and all that again.
I guess then I'll just make a motion to accept the withdrawal.
I'll second it.
Okay. Any discussion?
Without prejudice, right?
Yeah, without prejudice. All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, opposed? All right. That passes. And is the applicant now on the call? Do you know, Amy?
I am here now.
Oh, hi. Okay. So then I'll move to the next item on the agenda, which is a special permit renewal for 6 Acorn Street for a family apartment.
Yep.
Do I have to motion to open, Jim?
Yes, please. The motion to open, and then if one person could read the public hearing notice, that would be appreciated.
Motion
All right,
open.
Second.
Yeah, second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I did this one as well. I couldn't find online through the link. Is there?
Amy, can you read it?
Well, you know what? I moved to waive the reading of the public hearing notice.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Ryan.
Part of the delay. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Ray. All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. And the applicant, are you still there?
Yeah.
And could you just tell us your name?
Carrie Mazzaro Spaniff.
Okay, and then it looks like, so you're basically, this was already approved before. Is this the 5-year period you're looking to just read?
This would be the 5th year. Yeah.
Okay, and it's just, is it your parents? Is that correct?
Yeah, it's my mom and my dad.
Okay, and then no one else, it's just gonna be the two of them again.
Just the two of them, and then, you know, my kids and my husband live in the other house with me, so.
Great, and then no other changes to the unit or anything else like that, right?
No, nothing's changed.
Okay, well, no, it's great that you're taking care of them, so we
thank you.
definitely, yeah.
How's everything going?
I think it's going fine. My husband may say something different, so it kind of just depends on the day.
I hear you. Carol, may I ask, Mr. Chairman, can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't remember this, although I probably should. You said your parents live in the other house, or is it all one house? Just out of curiosity.
So it's attached by a patio. Like we didn't build it, so we bought the house from Jeff Bond, and he had built it, and somehow it's attached with a patio. So it's like it's a 3-car garage, and they live over the garage.
Yeah, no, I remember this when it came up last time. Okay, that's it, Mr. Chairman. I have nothing.
Yeah, I don't have any other questions. Is anyone else on the board?
Just if I may, you have no plans to change anything, right?
No, my dad retired. That's our biggest plan. So that's kind of it.
I have no more. I have no other questions.
Okay. Does anyone want to make a motion then, if there aren't any other questions?
Close the hearing.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
A motion to grant the another 5-year extension for the family unit.
Second the
Second.
motion.
Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Okay, all those opposed? That passes.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you. Good luck.
Bye.
Hold on, Carol. Jim, does she
Yep.
have to, does she have to refile with the,
Yeah,
Oh,
so there will be a decision that's going to be granted to you.
Yep.
Amy Sutherland from the planning office will be in contact with you.
Yep.
There isn't, I don't believe for renewal, there isn't an appeal period. This actually isn't a hearing.
Yeah.
So you'll have this decision, and you can record that at the registry of deeds
Okay.
for another 5 years.
All right. Perfect.
good luck?
Thank you
Yeah,
so
good luck.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks. All right, so the next item on the agenda, I am going to recuse myself again and hand it over to Peter.
I actually forgot about that. Jim, what do we got going with Lakeview Estates today?
Yep. So I know Sean Malone and Angela Conforti are here for Lakeview Estates. Sean does have a beard. And so at the last time the Lakeview Estates was present, the board continued to December because essentially the construction season was ongoing, and I think the primary, well, not necessarily concern, but they wanted to make sure that the site was buttoned up for the winter, and what their plans and schedule were moving forward. Since that time I've checked in with DEP, no complaints in that regard. Checked in with the building inspector, he has no concerns. Did receive just one mention from Conservation Commission about the open space area near Silver Lake and Candlelight, not from the developer, but just the property owners at the homes there upgrading seem to be using that open space quite a bit. But I did receive a response from Angela earlier today saying that they are going to be speaking with the new property owners, because as you guys may be aware, Bellingham Shores has been purchased by another developer, and that open space goes along with Bellingham Shores. So we'll work out the nuts and bolts of that. But that's an ongoing item. And ultimately tonight was just to get an update from Sean and Angela on the progress and how they see their schedule this winter.
Great. Which one wants to start? Sean, Angela?
Why don't I start quickly with the Basin Sea and Silver Lake? And just for the record, Ryan, Brian, and Jim, I see your beards are all looking well. Not as gray as mine, but looking well.
I think I got the gray top, okay?
You got that, Peter, yeah. So Silver Lake Road and Basin Sea, we're 100% complete. We filed with the for the certificate of completion with the Concom a couple weeks ago, and met with Wellington and Mark Goddard, our environmental consultant, just to go over a couple areas where she just wanted some little tweaks before the winter, and just to finish this off and put the bow on it. So we're expecting that to get the certificate of completion shortly. So that work is completely done. Angela, can you speak a little bit of what's going on over at the rest of Lakeview?
Yeah, sure. The house construction's moving along. We have, I think, 13 houses sold. The rest are under construction. The affordable lottery was on November 22nd. I believe they were able to qualify 3 or 4 buyers, and the rest of the buyers they need to complete their applications. So as they complete their applications, they'll have some more affordable buyers approved, and hopefully get those houses done and get those buyers moved into. So we're moving along.
So we have applications for all of the, or we have some sort of progress in all of the affordables being sold?
Yeah, so that's handled by a different, like a state agency or an outside consulting firm, but they did receive 14 applications for the 10 affordable units. It's just that only, I think, 3 or 4 of the applications were complete enough to assign houses to them. So, like I said, the rest of the applicants, as they complete their applications, will be entered into the lottery and get to pick a house. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. And the last thing I'll mention is the traffic mitigation at is it South Main and Center, that traffic light. We have submitted an NOI because it's within, some of the work is within the buffer, and I think that meeting is sometime in December. So we're also making some headway on the last item, the remaining in the mitigation agreement.
Okay. Jim, are we holding any permits? We released all the building permits, correct?
Right, yeah, no, everything's released at this time. I think at the last meeting, the idea was, everything, progress is being made, and let's go ahead and wrap this up. So yeah, nothing's being held back at this time.
Okay. Sean, out of curiosity, when is your I'm out of here date? I'm done, I'm out, I'm gone, we're finished.
Well, for the Basin C work, we're there. I mean, I think Wellington was just doing a couple things this week or next week, but that we're out of there.
How about phase 2? When you out? When you done? What's your prediction?
As far as sales go, all the houses are sold, or like I said, the affordables, but they're already under construction. I'd say probably this time next year. This time
next summer, fall.
Yeah.
Be gone, done.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Anyone have any questions? Comments?
If I may, Mr. Chairman, Jim, were there any complaints from abutters in the area since the latest changes?
No complaints since our last meeting. And I checked with the state offices that will from time to time get noise or dust complaints, and I have not received, or they have not received any since the last meeting.
I'm glad to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I didn't get anything.
Nope, I'm good.
Mr. Salisbury.
No, just a question for Jim. Jim, do you have any recommendations about next steps, or where do we go from here?
Yep. So, honestly, I think at this point, the winter, they likely will be progress interior, which caused hopefully little to no complaints. I would maybe recommend, the first of the spring, having them back just to give an update on hopefully final construction schedule. That would be my recommendation. So, maybe the 1st of April or something.
And Sean, you guys are going to swing him as long as you can all winter, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Figured as much. Mr. Wright, you're in a butter. You have any issues? Anything come up? Everything I've heard has been good. Everything I've seen down there has been good. So, but you live in there.
Yeah, no, it all looks good. The only question I would have is that I know, Jim, that you've kind of had before where you have kind of the pumps there just in case during any large storms. I guess that would be my question. Is that still the case? Because it's 100% operational, everything, right?
Correct. Yeah. And I think the reason for that last big storm we had, was it the summertime or late summer? There was a couple things that weren't quite 100% finished with that drainage work. So Wellington brought in the pumps just to make sure, but no, they're not necessary anymore. Everything's fully operational and working as designed.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from any other neighbors too, but it seems like everything's good. And then the only other question I would have is that, and maybe this would be to Jim, but so at what point does the town, because the road is still a private road, right? The town is not doing, I guess at what point, what are the plans, I guess, for the ongoing maintenance of just the basin and just is it being taken over by DPW, or is it still private?
So it will remain private until town meeting accepts the roads. So the subdivision would have to be complete. They would request a certificate of completion from the town. We would do all of our inspections to make sure all the infrastructure is completed. Then an as-built will be done probably by Sean or someone, from his group. And then they will apply to the town for street acceptance, and it will go through the process to get on the warrant for town meeting. And then ultimately it's a warrant article where, likely they're going to ask you guys what, the process and do you guys recommend? They typically ask the planning board and, select board and finance committee. And then ultimately it's the town that votes to accept it. And when you guys do accept the road, then yes, all that infrastructure is now public. That's why, a lot of attention was paid to making sure that, Basin C and others, were done right, because we don't want to take over something that's going to fail.
But in reality, that's going to be out there. We'll probably, if I was to guesstimate, probably the spring 23 meeting at the earliest.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we have plenty of time yet. Do I actually have to get a motion to close this?
No.
wanna
You
continue
just a motion to continue to a date certain, which, my recommendation would be April 7th. If the board.
Motion to continue to April 7th.
Second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Sean, Angela, thank you for all the hard work. We're getting through this.
All right,
you
well,
very
thank
much.
you very much.
Thank
And,
you.
We
have a
appreciate
Have a
happy
great
it.
holiday and New Year.
Thank you.
You as
Same
well.
to you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
Mr. Wright, it's all you again.
All right, nice job, Peter. So I guess the last one is just minutes. Should we take a moment do people want to review them now, or has everyone already reviewed them?
I gotta be honest with you, the way Amy did them, they're very short and sweet.
Yeah.
I read through them in a minute or so. She does a great job with them. So I'd be okay with voting on them tonight.
Yeah, I didn't have any comments, but Art, do you want a little time to just review it again?
Actually, I couldn't find them, so I haven't had a chance to look at them. But I'm happy with the wisdom of the board.
Yeah, I was fine with them. I had no comments.
I'll move to accept the minutes as drafted.
I'll second it.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? All right, that passes. Motion to close?
I'll second it. I'll make a motion second, whatever you want to do.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. See everybody.
Merry
in
Christmas,
January.
everybody.
Merry Christmas.